Hello, everyone. I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. You want to nominate a Democrat, a lifelong Democrat, a proud Democrat, an Biden-Obama Democrat. I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years. Anyway, I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental as well as my mental fitness, and to make a judgment about who I am. Welcome to Kingswood Community Center. Actually, that's the one down I used to work. It's a joke. You know where we were. Anyway, more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it. You know, the rapidly rising I don't know. I'll do what he's unable to do. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. It would put 720 million women back in the workforce. Lonnie knows I believe this every fiber of my being. We're posed. What I propose is it can be done. 150 million people have been killed since 2007. It's estimated that 200 million people have died, probably by the time I finish this talk. By the way, this is my little sister, Valerie, and I'm Jill's husband. Oh, no, you switched on me. This is my wife, this is my sister. They switched on me.
I said, that's a horrible thing. That's the end of his evening. That's the end of his political career.
I would see to it for immediately moving toward, we are in fact in a position now that if in fact we dealt with mitigation across the board, just what we did in the last administration. I just did Chuck. Mr. President, wake up. I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years.
We have to hold every drug user accountable, because if there were no drug users, there would be no appetite for drugs and there'd be no market for them.
Make sure that we have no one going to jail for a drug offense. They go directly mandatory prison. And so we have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. It will be a big, no, I really mean it. It's a gigantic issue, and we have to make it clear. We bring social workers into homes of parents. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Sounds corny. Barack and I think it's a right for people to have bad health care. I'm also the only guy that got assault weapons banned, and the number of clips in a gun banned.
How do you explain the performance in Iowa, and why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
We're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our administration, the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics. And that I'm going to beat Joe Biden. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. The only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate.
No, that's not true. The other one is here.
They're not bad folks, but guess what? They're not competition for us.
I said, that's a horrible thing. That's the end of his evening. That's the end of his political career.
What you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African-American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things. I just have one thing to say. Hang on here. To make sure everyone's included on the deal.
Dance a little bit, Joe. Come on.
China is going to eat our lunch? Come on, man. They can't even figure out how to deal with the fact that they have. Stop the Cold War future that we're talking about. We're talking about a peaceful Cold War. What are we talking about? The fact of the matter is that what's happened is that we're in a situation now where there are so many people what kind of country we're going to be. 4 more years of Georgia, he's going to find ourselves in a position where 8 more years of Donald Trump will change America in a fundamental way.
Well, sir, don't the voters deserve to know where you stand?
No, they don't. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other guy. Give me a look, though, okay? We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
Have you been tested for some degree of cognitive decline?
Look, here's the deal. Not a joke. Think about it. I've been tested and I'm constantly tested.
Please clarify specifically, have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test.
I said, that's a horrible thing. That's the end of his evening. That's the end of his political career.
Dance a little bit, Joe. Come on.
And by the way, we don't do things like those chumps out there with a microphone are doing, a Trump guy. This isn't a political statement like those ugly folks over there beeping the horns. When I was here in Philly earlier today, there are 80 Trump pickup trucks with flags riding around my block, beeping their horns for a couple hours. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. Why the hell would I take a test? Are you a junkie? Mr. President, wake up. Why? You're getting nervous, man. Do you really feel safer under Donald Trump? Because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. We can only reelect Donald Trump. This is the most consequential election in a long time. And the character of the country, in my view, is literally on the ballot. If Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world. Play the radio. Make sure the television. Make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. 4 more years of Donald Trump. And just calm down. It's okay. Because we cannot get reelected. We cannot win this reelection. I said that's a horrible thing. That's the end of his evening. That's the end of his political career.
Dance a little bit, Joe. Come on.
Come on, man.